Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos, and today I have for you a deck that I used on the Duel Room the other night. It's a light and dark Fabled Snipe Hunter deck, and it's pretty good. It's really sacky. Basically, what you're trying to do with this deck is you're running 6 Snipe Hunters. All the most Fabled monsters get an effect when discarded, such as Fabled Ganashia and Fabled Cerberus. So you get to pop your opponent's cards while you summon other monsters. You can go for synchro plays if you have to. We have 2 Greebos for defensive options, 2 Necrofear for additional special summons. A play that I really wanted to do, but I never actually got the combo, at least not in this video, was Black Rose Dragon, nuke the entire board, and then special summon Dark Necrofear. But most of the time, my boy Snipe Hunter comes in pretty clutch. There's several things you can do in order to get more cards to your hand for those pops. For example, a play I really like to do is discard Ganashia to pop something, discard Cerberus to pop something. If I'm missing a lot with Snipe Hunter and I run out of cards, I can then use the Cerberus and Ganashia to go into a Fabled Regine. Give me 2 more cards, and then I get 2 more chances at destroying whatever's in my way. The way we're running the 6 Snipe Hunter is we have 3 Fabled Grimro. Grimro is a 4-star light fiend, so with the skill you can search your Snipe Hunter, and that's really good. You can also do that vice versa if you happen to have 2 Snipe Hunters. You know, you summon the first one, you send the other one back for a Fabled Grimro, and then you can search your Cerberus if you have another Fabled monster on the field, and go about your combos like that. Another way to discard to get our effects is going to be with Fabled Raven. It says once per turn you can discard any number of cards, and if you do, this card gains 1 level and 400 attack for each discarded card until the end of this turn. So this, if you discard 2 cards, one of them being Ganashia, you can make him level 4, go into your Black Rose Dragon, and then, you know, maybe do your spicy Dark Necrofear play. I also threw in 1 Vermilion because I saw myself with a Snipe Hunter, a Fabled Ganashia, and a Cerberus on the field at the same time. So it was either this or Mistworm. I went for Vermilion because I haven't used him in a deck, and I have used Mistworm a whole lot. That's another card you can put in there. 2700 says once per turn you can banish 1 tuner from your hand, field, or graveyard. Then target 1 card on the field, destroy it. If this synchro summon card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target one of your banished tuners, add it to your hand. The cool thing is that it also lets you discard from the hand, banish from the hand. That way, if you need to keep your ravens in the graveyard, your raven or your Kushano in the graveyard, for your Necrofear, you can just discard hopefully another tuner that you're gonna have. The deck is all monsters. We have 1 enemy controller and 1 treacherous trap hole because why not? They're broken cards, so if I see them, good. If I don't, whatever. The deck doesn't really need them to function. And then 2 Greebo, I'm pretty sure I already mentioned, but your basic protection. The rest of the extra deck is just level 8s that I can go into, level 6 that I can go into, and honestly I could probably take out either Red Dragon Archfiend or Valkyrius to put in that Mistworm, because bouncing 3 cards, it's really good. Though most of the time, if you already use Snipe Hunter at least twice to get your Ganashia and your Cerberus on the field, there's not going to be a lot more for you to bounce with your Mistworm. So yeah, the replays are going to be kind of quick because the deck is pretty sacky. All I'm trying to do is pop their cards, go for game, maybe 1 or 2 synchro plays here and there. And yeah, the reason why I'm showing this deck, even though like I said, I used it in the Duel Room during the weekend, is because work, it's kind of crazy right now. During the summer, it's really busy, and they really crack down on phone usage, so I don't have as much free time to like mess around with deck builds and stuff. So I had this ready, and I was like, I have a little bit of time to record. Let's just go ahead and record this and put something out there for the boys. So here I could have gone for the treacherous trap hole on the White Stone of Ancients and Dawn Knight. But if I do that, I'm gonna end up with 2 Blue Eyes, or 1 Blue Eyes, 1 Spirit of White during the end phase. And I decided to just take the hit. I knew he was gonna be able to summon 2 Blue Eyes anyway, but I can at least get rid of one of them. That way my Snipe Hunter doesn't have a lot to get over, you know. So that's why I let him go into Armades, even though I know I'm gonna have to take the 2600 hit. Well, I didn't know it was gonna be 26 until I saw the beatdown. But yeah, we're gonna see White Stone of Ancients, there's Spirit of White, so we'll pop Armades and Spirit of White. And then we'll see the lone Blue Eyes stand his ground at the end. So you prefer to go second with this deck, but and then there we see the top deck. It is a top deck, obviously. It's my Fabled Grimbro, which I can just shuffle back to get to Snipe Hunter. But when you're running 6 copies, I was, you know, my chances of drawing it was really high. So we're gonna get the Prismatic one to flex on them a little bit. Go for the pop. And I could have tried to, you know, roll a second time, hope to miss, just to summon my Cerebral, but I was like, just take the damage. I have a Sphere Kribo to protect myself. I think I should be fine. He's gonna go for Cosmo Brain, but has no follow-up. So the Kribo is gonna save me. And all we have to do is pop him, or try to pop him, but we miss. So I'm actually just gonna go for the Vermilion, which is a sure pop by banishing from the grave. And I also get, you know, a small Synchro Flex right there before we go for game. Yeah, so think about that. I could have discarded 2 more cards to pop cards on the field with Snipe Hunter, then Synchro into Vermilion and pop an additional card. So the amount of destruction this deck has is pretty insane. But it is, you know, RNG based because Snipe Hunter. Allegedly, it's a 66% chance to get it right. I think it's less. Alright, here we got an Officer Tetsu. And we don't have Snipe Hunter, but we do have Fabled Grimbro, which is basically Snipe Hunter. We're gonna see Toon Kingdom into Toon Dark Magician Girl. Nice opening for my opponent. I pick up a Snipe Hunter, so I don't have to worry about sending the Fabled Grimbro, which is good because I'm about to have a Ganache on the field, which is gonna let me use Grimbro to search for my Cerberus. We miss the first pop, which is fine. We're gonna search our Cerberus, go for the back row again. This time we destroy the Red Eye Spirit. We miss a second time, so that's 2 misses. We missed the Toon Kingdom, but it doesn't matter because we can use Synchro Summon, go into Rajin, draw 1, and not only that, I make space for another Ganache to swarm the board, because if I don't special summon anything else, this is unfortunately not lethal. So I needed that 3rd monster, which we get right here, and we pop the Toon Kingdom. And that's the game. So very OTK oriented. And it's a pretty YOLO deck because once you spend your resources, if your opponent survives, it's going to be really hard for you to make a comeback. Unless you have, you know, you were able to hang on to like an enemy controller or the treacherous. Alright, so we're going up against Karakuri's, which I haven't seen in a long time. Very good starting hand for Karakuri, and this was actually a pretty spicy build that I was not expecting. I should have paid attention to him searching the counter trap, and I didn't. I figured he'll just add, you know, whatever, another monster, another merchant maybe. I never noticed until now that he actually added the counter trap. You guys will see why right here. Beret is going to special summon a soldier. I'm going to go for Raven. My plan here was to do the Black Rose dragon. I was gonna send Kushano and Ganashia to the graveyard. Special summon the Ganashia. This was gonna be a level 4. I could then synchro into Black Rose Dragon, pop everything, and then I could use Kushano's effect to get this guy back into the graveyard, just to have a monster on the board, and you know, I would still have my treacherous trap hole as backup. But he ruins my plans with Rebirth of Parsat. He's gonna discard the counter card that he just added and special summon an Avenging Knight. So we're gonna go ahead and treacherous during the draw phase. I could have waited, honestly. There was no reason for me to do it during the draw phase. And that kind of cost me a little bit here, or it would have cost me the game had he had a second Beret. But I guess he was only running one because, you know, he's running all these other cards. So he goes for Black Rose Dragon, hits me for 24, and I pick up an enemy controller. I felt that delay right here. The play was to normal summon, Econ take, and, you know, discard Ganashia to get this back to my hand and then try to go for game. But I felt a fat delay right there, and I was like, I'm just gonna set the enemy controller, use it defensively, because no matter what, next turn, if I survive, I will be able to get to special summon a Ganashia on the field, and maybe I can draw into a tuner or something like that. He top decks another soldier, so we're gonna Econ take the Black Rose Dragon, and this was really good for me because, as you know, Karakuris are forced to attack, so he was gonna have to attack this and basically suicide into Black Rose Dragon. So because of that, he gambles everything on an Offerings to the Doom, which I don't think is smart because he relinquished his draw phase. He's gonna have to attack. That's not lethal, but you know, I guess he was thinking if he destroys my Nisamu by battle, I get to summon something, I'll be fine. So he does that. I take 14, but now I pick up my Snipe Hunter, pop him, and that's the game. But we're gonna go ahead and summon a second Ganashia using the Kushano effect. But very cool to see the Karakuri counter fairy variant. Unfortunately, I couldn't check out the deck because this was in the qualifiers. I was trying to get my 3 duels for the gems, so I didn't get to peep his deck. Here we're going up against Lumis. And I love going second with this deck. We already have our Snipe Hunter thanks to the skill. We're gonna flex the Prismatic because why not? Go for the Ganashia, we pop him right away. And if I was crazy, I would, you know, try to gamble the second Ganashia by missing with Snipe Hunter. But because I have this Fear Kribo, there's no rush. I have protection, I have plenty of life. I have a Necrofear that I can hopefully summon eventually. So we're just gonna go for the attack. He goes for a level 5 magical android, which I didn't expect. I thought he was gonna summon Armades, but this is a cool card. During each of your end phases, gain 600 life for each psychic type monster you currently control. But they scooped to the Kribo, unfortunately. And then this last duel against Yamiyugi. What was this matchup? I believe this was Buster Blader. And I got kind of lucky. I honestly thought I was going to lose, but he had 2 cards that I never got to see that I guess bricked him. So he just goes for the set. We're going to go for the Snipe Hunter right here. But unfortunately, that's going to be a Wing Kribo. So we get nothing out of this turn. I'm attacking just to see if I sense any regular, you know, Sphere Kribos in the hand. He's gonna go for a Prismatic Destruction Swordsman Fusion. He's also able to add a Buster Blader. So even though I know there's probably you know, the fusion coming, I have to use my Kribo here just to try and hope to save my Snipe Hunter. It also puts another Fiend in the graveyard because I'm looking to summon my Dark Necrofear. So we're gonna banish 3 Necrofear, 3 Fiends for Necrofear, and steal or attempt to steal this Dark Paladin. He decides he doesn't want me to have it and he's just gonna econ take. This puts him in a huge top deck situation, but I have to play around the Destiny draw to some degree. So it's gonna econ take so that I can't steal the Dark Paladin. And then he's just gonna draw and pass. I take the damage here. I could have, you know, discarded for Ganashia, but I wait. And then I go for the discard here since now I have an econ and I felt a little bit safer. He lets 1 attack go to get his Destiny draw, unfortunately, and uses Drowning Mirror Force. Draws a Buster Whelp to summon a Buster Blader. We have the Sphere Kribo, and all I need is a monster to econ take with. And then we see him scooping. So again, he had 2 in the back row. No idea what those cards could have been. Maybe one of them was DNA Surgery, and the other one, another fusion. I don't know. Either way, he scooped before I could finish. You know, before I could deliver the finishing blow. And yeah, that's it for this deck. Again, just a Saki Snipe Hunter deck with a Fabled engine. But I really like the fact that you can use light and dark with this card. There aren't many Fiend light monsters other than Fables. So yeah, it just worked out. Especially because they want to be discarded. So it makes it real easy on your Snipe Hunter. That's going to be it for me though. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't. The link will be down in the description. Along with my PayPal link if you guys want to support my channel, support my content. I really appreciate it. And until next time.